You may have glimpsed these places in photographs or heard their names, yet their full stories and hidden wonders remain largely unknown to most people. Sri Lanka's trains move gracefully through lush landscapes, weaving through hills and valleys in a rhythm shaped by both nature and human craft. The Forbidden City rises majestically with its intricate rooftops and sprawling courtyards, standing as a timeless testament to history and imperial ambition. At Kokenhof, fields of blooming flowers stretch across the landscape like a living painting, their vibrant colors and patterns captivating every visitor. Step with us into these unseen corners of the world, where every moment reveals secrets and stories few have ever truly experienced. Sri Lanka trains. Trains in Sri Lanka glide along steep emerald hills and deep valleys, following tracks carefully laid over a century ago by British engineers. The route passes terraced tea plantations that climb rocky slopes, revealing centuries of agricultural tradition and human ingenuity. Ancient temples and small villages dot the landscape, showing how local culture has remained largely unchanged over generations. Rivers and waterfalls run alongside the tracks, carving through volcanic cliffs and adding rhythm to the winding journey. Bridges and hairpin bends demonstrate engineering skill, preserving historical trade routes that once connected remote communities across the island. Passengers glimpse markets and daily life at stations, where children play and monks walk quietly in saffron robes, echoing long-standing traditions. Every mile offers a view of unseen corners, from hidden valleys to volcanic rock formations that few travelers ever witness. The journey feels like stepping into a world where history, geography, and human endeavor blend seamlessly, leaving lasting impressions of Sri Lanka's unique landscape. Forbidden City. The Forbidden City stretches across the heart of Beijing, its walls and gates forming a self-contained world set apart from the city outside. Broad courtyards lead into layers of halls, each arranged to reflect the order and ceremony that once ruled imperial life. Golden roofs and painted beams still shine, though the quieter corners, worn steps and fading carvings tell of centuries passing in silence. For nearly 500 years, 24 emperors lived and governed here, shaping China's history from within these guarded walls. The scale remains immense, yet the details remind us that power and daily life once existed side by side in the same space. Seen today, it stands as both a monument of ambition and a quiet record of lives once lived within its walls. Giza. The Giza Plateau rises clearly from the edge of the desert west of the Nile, where ancient stone monuments dominate the landscape. Three great pyramids, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, were built about 4,000 years ago, each formed from massive limestone blocks weighing many tons. The Great Pyramid of Khufu was the tallest man-made structure for more than 4,000 years, unmatched during the time of ancient civilizations. Nearby, the Great Sphinx, with the head of a man and the body of a lion, still watches over the plateau as one of the oldest monumental statues known. These structures reflected the pharaoh's power and were closely linked to beliefs about immortality and the journey into the afterlife. Even today, many mysteries remain: how the stones were moved, why the pyramids align with the stars, and what deeper meanings remain hidden within.
Kuchenhof.
Endless fields of tulips stretch across the gently rolling gardens at Kuchenhof, forming vibrant patterns that catch the eye from every angle. Curved paths guide visitors past flower beds and small reflective ponds, highlighting both the color and the careful layout of the landscape. Millions of tulip bulbs bloom each spring, accompanied by daffodils, hyacinths, and other seasonal flowers, creating a continuous tapestry of life. Glass pavilions rise among the fields, showcasing exotic and delicate flowers and adding vertical contrast to the open garden spaces. The layout balances wide open areas with clusters of blooms, allowing each flower to stand out while contributing to the rhythm of the garden. Established in 1950, the garden celebrates Dutch horticulture and has drawn visitors from around the world for decades. Today, the vibrant displays and harmonious arrangements provide a serene yet visually striking experience, inviting visitors to fully appreciate the beauty and artistry of spring.
Desierto Florido. From the driest desert on Earth,
The cracked sands of the Atacama sometimes transform into a sweeping carpet of blossoms, as if nature briefly rewrote its own rules. Rare rains brought by the El Niño cycle seep into the ground, awakening hundreds of dormant seeds that have waited silently for years beneath the dust. Colors of purple, pink, white, and yellow spread across the plain, creating a scene in stark contrast to the usual severity of the desert. This phenomenon appears only once every few years, turning the remote landscape into both a destination for travelers and a field site for researchers. Though the flowers last only for a short season, they sustain insects and birds, forming a fragile ecosystem built on temporary abundance. It is this fleeting balance of life and harshness that makes the Desierto Florido a rare emblem of resilience in the natural world.
Ha Long Bay. From the waters of northeastern Vietnam, sheer limestone towers rise hundreds of feet above the bay, scattered across a seascape shaped by time and erosion. The scene holds more than 1,600 islands and islets, their cliffs weathered into arches, pillars, and hidden caves carved over millions of years. At the water's surface, tourists glide in small boats, passing beneath low cave ceilings where echoes and shifting light create a world within the stone. From that quiet vantage point, Every turn of the oar reveals a new perspective, allowing travelers to sense both the immensity of the cliffs and the intimacy of the caves. Legends tell of dragons descending from the sky, their tails carving valleys and their landing creating the bay's dramatic peaks that still stand today. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Ha Long Bay is both a record of deep history and a place where visitors witness the balance of myth and geology firsthand. Mu Kang Chai. High in the western slopes of the Huanglian Son Range, Mu Kang Chai is known for vast terraced fields that step upward along the steep mountainsides. The terraces form sweeping curves across the valleys, each layer holding rainwater that glistens in the sunlight, or rice plants that shift colors with the seasons. Villages of the Hmong people lie scattered among these slopes, where generations have preserved the tradition of cultivating rice at remarkable heights. Mu Kang Chai today stands as a rare blend of dramatic mountain geography and cultural heritage, drawing visitors who wish to see landscapes crafted over centuries. Seychelles. Off the eastern coast of Africa, the Seychelles archipelago spreads across the Indian Ocean, with islands shaped by granite peaks and coral atolls. The beaches are marked by white sand and massive boulders polished smooth, creating some of the most recognizable shorelines in the world. Rising forests cover the interior of certain islands, while palm groves frame the coast and add layers of tropical green to the scene. Beneath the water, coral reefs shelter a diverse marine ecosystem that supports countless species of fish and other ocean life. Explorers and divers venture into these depths, navigating the reefs to uncover hidden passages and observe the vibrant seascape firsthand. Today, the Seychelles stand as both a geological relic and a destination where land and sea reveal nature's intricate design. Antarctica. From above the endless ice, the land seems silent and untouched, stretching farther than the eye can follow across a surface locked in white.
Along the frozen coasts, the climate shows its severity with relentless winds and temperatures far below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, shaping a landscape where only ice and silence endure. Penguins march in steady lines over the snow, moving from nesting grounds toward the sea, shaping one of the most enduring images of this remote world. Scattered across the continent, research stations rise like small outposts where scientists live for months to study climate, ice movement, and fragile ecosystems. Here, in a place ruled by cold and distance, wildlife and science meet on the same stage, showing how life adapts even in Earth's most extreme environment. Cinque Terre. Perched on steep cliffs along Italy's Ligurian coast, the 5 villages of Cinque Terre rise directly from the turquoise waters below. Colorful houses with red-tiled roofs cling to narrow terraces, creating a patchwork of pastel hues against rugged cliffs. A single winding trail threads through the hills, connecting each village and offering sweeping views of both sea and mountains. Cinque Terre remains a striking example of how human architecture and natural landscape can coexist in remarkable harmony. Monument Valley. In the desert borderland of Arizona and Utah, Monument Valley rises with massive sandstone buttes that tower above the flat plains. The redstone formations reach hundreds of feet in height, their layered surfaces recording ages of wind, sand, and erosion. Stretching across an open plateau, the valley's empty ground makes each pillar of rock appear even more imposing against the horizon. Monument Valley remains one of the most striking landscapes of the American West, where nature's forces have shaped stone into enduring monuments. Torres del Paine National Park. Torres del Paine rises in southern Chile, with rugged peaks and glacial lakes set against sweeping Patagonian plains. Jagged granite towers reach hundreds of feet into the sky, carved over millennia by ice and wind.
Turquoise waters fill glacial lakes, reflecting the sharp contours of the mountains and surrounding valleys. Trails wind through the park, allowing visitors to witness dramatic landscapes shaped by glaciers and rivers. The park stands as a striking example of Patagonia's raw natural beauty, where mountains, water, and wind combine in a timeless display.
Cappadocia. Cappadocia
Stretches across central Turkey with a landscape sculpted by volcanic eruptions and centuries of erosion, forming unique rock formations. Tall, fairy chimneys rise from the valleys, their conical shapes punctuating the terrain and catching the changing light of day. Ancient cave dwellings and churches are carved directly into the soft tuff, hinting at the region's long human history. Visitors can take hot air balloon rides over the valleys at sunrise, experiencing the rugged landscape from a breathtaking aerial perspective. Cappadocia stands as a remarkable blend of natural wonder and historical legacy, where rock, sky, and history converge in a singular landscape.
Salar de Uyuni. A vast white expanse
Stretches across the Bolivian Altiplano, where the Salar de Uyuni lies over 11,000 feet above sea level. Formed from the drying of ancient lakes, its surface of salt crust extends for about 4,000 square miles, creating a landscape without horizon. During the rainy season, thin water transforms the flats into a giant mirror, reflecting clouds and sky in perfect symmetry. Scientists note its immense reserves of lithium, yet for travelers, it remains a place where the Earth itself feels like an endless reflection of the heavens.
Bagan. Across the flat plains of central Myanmar,
Thousands of brick temples spread across the landscape, forming the ancient city of Bagan. Each temple displays intricate domes, spires, and Buddha statues, reflecting the architectural skill of the pagan kingdom from the 9th to 13th centuries. Visitors can explore the site on foot, by bicycle, or from above in a hot air balloon, witnessing the sheer scale of this sacred landscape. Agan stands today as both a testament to historical devotion and a place where human craftsmanship blends seamlessly with the surrounding plains. Li River. Winding through southern China, the Li River stretches across a landscape of sharp limestone peaks and verdant hills. Early mornings often bring a soft mist, blurring the line between water and mountains and creating a scene like a traditional Chinese painting. Tourists glide along the river in small boats, passing villages and rice paddies that cling to the riverbanks and hillsides. The Li River remains a place where natural beauty and daily life coexist, inspiring countless artists and travelers with its serene vistas. Petra. Petra lies in southern Jordan, carved directly into rose-red sandstone cliffs, forming an ancient city hidden within narrow gorges. The iconic treasury rises from the rock face, its intricate facade showcasing the skill and artistry of the Nabateans. Tomb facades and monumental buildings are scattered throughout the canyon, revealing the city's scale and sophistication. Winding streets and pathways lead through narrow passages, hinting at the daily life and trade that once thrived here. High cliffs and rugged terrain surround the city, providing natural protection and shaping its dramatic silhouette. Water channels and cisterns reflect advanced engineering that sustained the population in this arid region. Petra stands as a remarkable testament to human ingenuity, where rock, history, and culture converge in a singular and enduring landscape. Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast stretches along southern Italy, with cliffs plunging into the sparkling Mediterranean Sea, forming a dramatic shoreline. Colorful villages cling to the steep slopes, their narrow streets and terraced buildings creating a patchwork of vibrant hues. Hidden coves and small bays carve into the coastline, offering intimate views of turquoise waters against rugged cliffs. Winding coastal roads offer panoramic views of cliffs, beaches, and the sea, drawing visitors to explore the scenic route. The Amalfi Coast remains a symbol of Mediterranean beauty, where land, architecture, and sea combine in a timeless, picturesque landscape.
Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat rises in northern Cambodia, its vast complex surrounded by moats and dense forest, creating a sense of scale and seclusion. Towers with lotus-shaped spires dominate the skyline, marking the temple as a center of spiritual and political power. Intricate bas-reliefs cover the walls, depicting myths, battles, and ceremonies that reflect the Khmer civilization's rich history. Long galleries and courtyards guide visitors through the sprawling site, hinting at both architectural skill and religious significance. Stone causeways and bridges cross the surrounding water, linking the temple to nearby structures and settlements. The surrounding jungle frames the temple, emphasizing the contrast between man-made precision and natural growth. Visitors can explore the terraces and central sanctum, experiencing the layout and detail of one of the world's largest religious monuments. Angkor Wat stands as a testament to Khmer ingenuity, where architecture, history, and spirituality converge in a singular, enduring landscape.
Bamboo forest. Tall bamboo stalks rise in dense clusters, forming towering green walls that seem to close the path into a living corridor. Sunlight filters through the narrow gaps between the stems, casting shifting patterns of light and shadow on the ground. The forest floor remains cool and quiet, where even a slight breeze sets the bamboo to sway with a soft rustling sound. This grove has stood for centuries in Kyoto's Arashiyama district, long regarded as a place of calm and retreat. Pathways weave through the thickets, guiding visitors deeper into the layered shades of green and echoing wooden creeks. At the edge of the grove, rows of vivid red gates and a small shrine with painted columns create a striking contrast against the endless green. The bamboo forest endures as both a natural wonder and a cultural symbol, blending landscape, history, and silence in one setting.
Pamukkale. Pamukkale stretches across the hillside in western Turkey, its white terraces gleaming under sunlight like frozen waterfalls carved by time. Layers of mineral-rich travertine form natural steps, shaped as thermal waters flow down and deposit calcium over thousands of years. The turquoise pools resting on these terraces create a striking contrast against the brilliant white backdrop of stone. This unusual landscape emerged from constant geological activity, where underground hot springs continually reshape the surface. Nearby lies the ancient city of Hierapolis, once a thriving Greco-Roman settlement known for its baths and sanctuaries. The ruins of theaters, temples, and necropolises stand above the terraces, linking the natural wonder to human history. For centuries, people believed the waters carried healing powers, drawing pilgrims from distant regions to bathe here. Today, visitors carefully tread barefoot across the terraces, walking along the same paths once marked by ancient travelers. Pamukkale endures as a union of nature and civilization, a place where geology, culture, and timeless beauty converge.
The Great Wall.
The Great Wall snakes across northern China, following ridges and valleys stretching continuously for miles across rugged terrain. Massive stone and brick sections rise from hills and mountains, showing remarkable engineering skill and resilience over centuries. Watchtowers appear at intervals along the wall, offering strategic views over the surrounding countryside. Steep steps and ramparts reveal the effort needed to traverse this monumental structure from one end to the other. The wall winds through mountains and plains, blending naturally with the varied landscape it crosses. Built over several dynasties, it carries layers of history that reflect defense, ambition, and the vision of emperors. Visitors can walk along preserved sections, experiencing the scale and continuity of one of humanity's greatest constructions. The Great Wall stands as a symbol of China's enduring cultural legacy, a monument rising along the mountains it crowns.
Sossusvlei. In the heart of Namibia,
The Sossusvlei region stretches across the vast Namib Desert, where massive red sand dunes rise dramatically toward the sky. Some of these dunes reach nearly 1,000 feet in height, their slopes meticulously shaped by relentless desert winds over countless centuries. At sunrise and sunset, the dunes glow in deep reds and oranges, casting long, shifting shadows that sweep across the desert floor. Dead Vlei, a white clay pan scattered with dark, leafless trees, creates a striking visual contrast against the brilliant red sands surrounding it. Despite the harsh, arid conditions, a few hardy species continue to survive, adapting quietly to the extreme environment of this desert. Visitors traverse the dunes on foot or by vehicle, experiencing the immense scale, shifting colors, and profound solitude that define this extraordinary landscape.
Kleinpolderplein Interchange.
Kleinpolderplein Interchange in the Netherlands connects multiple highways, forming a complex network of elevated roads and ramps. The interchange spans a wide area with sweeping curves and layered flyovers that manage heavy traffic efficiently. Concrete and steel structures rise above surrounding streets, emphasizing the scale and engineering precision of the junction. Traffic flows smoothly along the intertwined lanes, demonstrating careful planning and modern infrastructure design. The surrounding urban landscape blends with the interchange, linking Rotterdam's road network seamlessly to nearby regions. Signage, barriers, and lighting guide vehicles safely through the multi-level system, highlighting attention to detail in traffic management. Kleinpolderplein interchange stands as a key example of urban engineering, where functionality and structural complexity come together.
Maldives.
The Maldives stretches across the Indian Ocean, with countless atolls and islands rising gently from turquoise waters. White sandy beaches border clear lagoons, creating a striking contrast with the deep blue of the surrounding sea. Overwater bungalows and small resorts dot the islands, blending with the natural scenery while offering a unique perspective. The Maldives showcases a tranquil tropical paradise where water, sky, and sand merge in a serene and picturesque landscape.
Lofoten Islands. The Lofoten Islands
Stretch above the Arctic Circle, with sharp peaks rising directly from the sea and fjords cutting deep into the land. Small fishing villages dot the coastline, their colorful houses contrasting with the dark mountains and clear waters. Steep cliffs and rugged beaches frame the islands, creating dramatic scenery shaped by glaciers and wind over thousands of years. Trails and roads offer access to the striking landscape, allowing visitors to explore valleys, inlets, and panoramic viewpoints.
As evening falls,
The sky keeps a soft, lingering light, spreading a warm, gentle glow across the mountains, valleys, and reflective waters below. Lights from the villages reflect warmly across the slopes and shorelines, highlighting shapes and contours in the twilight. The islands showcase Norway's wild northern beauty, where mountains, sea, and sky meet in a striking natural display. Hutong Yangtze River Bridge. The Yangtze River Bridge rises from the banks of the wide river at Nanjing, its steel towers and supports catching the sunlight on the flowing water below. The bridge carries both trains and vehicles, combining two functions in a single precise engineering design. Completed in 1968, the bridge marked a major milestone in modern Chinese construction and transportation. Today, it stands as a striking symbol of engineering skill and architectural precision, connecting northern and southern Nanjing and shaping the city's daily life.
Zlatny Rat. A narrow white beach
Extends into the Adriatic, its pointed tip forming a sharp line that reaches quietly toward the horizon. From above, the sandbar shows a pale curve, standing out clearly against the deep blue waters along the coast. Beneath the surface, corals and small fish create a lively ecosystem, adding hidden color below the calm shoreline. The land around the cape brings steady green, framing the bright sand and the surrounding sea. Most striking, the sandbar shifts shape with the wind and current, changing slowly while always keeping its unique outline.
Fernando de Noronha. Far in the Atlantic Ocean,
A cluster of islands rises with rugged cliffs and open stretches of deep blue water, creating a striking remote landscape. The entire area is carefully protected as a natural reserve, preserving its untouched environment and maintaining the island's quiet, isolated charm over time. Visitors arrive to experience the clear waters and open beaches, enjoying the unique sense of distance and serenity that defines this island paradise.
Meteora.
Towering rock pillars rise from the wide plain, forming a natural wall that gives the area a sense of majesty rarely seen elsewhere. At their peaks, traces of old structures stand as quiet reminders of how people have long found a place in this dramatic setting. Over time, wind and rain have shaped the stone into striking forms, turning the whole landscape into a distinct landmark visible from afar. The setting has long carried stories of endurance and belief, passed down through generations, living in the shadow of these cliffs. Visitors come not only to see the view, but also to feel the rare stillness that seems to linger in the heights. Paths wind through changing elevations, making the journey here both a challenge and a memory to carry home. The silence of the cliffs at dusk adds another layer of wonder as shadows stretch across the wide valley. Today, Meteora remains a striking example of the enduring link between vast nature and the quiet presence of humanity. Torres del Paine. Sharp granite towers rise above broad valleys, creating the dramatic skyline that has made this southern land one of the most recognized landscapes in Patagonia. Glaciers descend from high ridges, feeding rivers and lakes whose waters shift in color with light and season, forming a scene of constant transformation. Rolling plains stretch outward, meeting cliffs and forests that mark the transition between rugged mountains and open spaces shaped by ancient ice. The park is known for extremes of weather, where sudden winds and fast-changing skies alter the view many times in a single day. Paths guide travelers past rivers, grasslands, and mountain slopes, offering countless perspectives on the sharp peaks that dominate the horizon. The height of the towers reminds visitors of natural forces that shaped them, carving stone walls that have resisted time for countless centuries. Torres del Paine today stands as one of the world's most striking mountain parks, where sheer rock, ice, and sky merge in quiet majesty.
Victoria Falls. A vast curtain of water drops from cliffs along the Zambezi River, forming one of the largest and most powerful waterfalls known in the world. The sound of the cascade can be heard from miles away, a steady roar that marks the meeting of river and rock. Mist rises constantly from the plunge, drifting high into the air and creating a soft veil that can be seen long before the falls themselves. The surrounding gorge reveals dark stone walls, shaped over countless centuries by the relentless force of water carving its way through the land. Rainbows often appear within the mist, bending light into arcs that shift with each gust of wind across the valley. During peak flow, the volume of the Zambezi swells, sending more spray into the sky and making the view almost hidden behind clouds of vapor. Victoria Falls stands not only as a natural border between nations, but as one of Earth's most dramatic expressions of river and stone.